Hey, Tom Blanchard here with another episode of Thursdays with Tom, where I provide you with some helpful nuggets to keep those juices flowing and put more money into your pocket. Today we are on episode 52 of our Ninja Nugget series. Today we're going to go over step 8 and 9 of the 16-step seller process. The Ninja 16-step seller process is a series of questions to ask the seller. Now, these questions give the seller time of possession, and as a result, it is a listing consultation, not a listing presentation, right? So, these two steps are a bit longer, so I will skip the listing out the actual 16-step seller process here. All right, let's get into this. So, step 8. Do you have any questions regarding this package? Right? Most of the time they'll say no and be very complimentary of the package itself and thanking you for putting it all together. Now, occasionally they will have a question or two. In that case, take the time to answer their questions now. If they have a big question such as, what do you think the price of our home should be, or what is your fee? Well, you will use the process that I'll describe in step 9 by writing down their questions and asking if there's anything else, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Now, you summarize step 8 with your value proposition and job description. Our goal is to get you to wherever they're going to go on time. My job is to do the following, right? Help you enhance value of your property so you get top dollar for it. Help you with pricing strategy that nets you the most dollars. Give your property maximum exposure in the marketplace, right? Help you negotiate the best contract. Manage your transactions so it is as smooth as possible and gets you where you want to go on time, right? Simple things. Now, let's move on to step 9. Qualified to market your home, right? This is all about whether or not you're qualified. So, based on the information in the package, do you feel we are qualified to market your home? The question you ask them. This question is a soft trial close. You're not asking the sellers for a decision to hire you, or it's just simply asking them if they feel you are qualified. You know, in more than 40 years in the real estate sales, I've never found a seller to say no to this question because we're all qualified. So why, you may ask? A pre-listing package is one of the most important things a seller wants, and something that's less than 20% of the realtors provide. Immediately, you are differentiated in a way that is valuable to the sellers. Sellers will always say either yes or yes but to the question. They are most likely to say yes but, so let's start with how to deal with that response, the but response, if you will. Now, their hesitation may be about price, fee, or appointments with other realtors, among other things. As the sellers begin to list their questions or concerns, it is very important that you do 3 things. 1, repeat back to them their question or concern. This acknowledges them and lets them know that you are listening, right? Number 2, take out a sheet of paper and write down their questions or concerns. This lets them know you are going to address their question and it will not be forgotten about or swept under the rug. The paper will lay everything out for all to see. Okay? Number 3, ask, is there anything else? Get all of their concerns out on the table at once. Let's eat that elephant. As they have questions, repeat it back. Write it down and ask if there is anything else, making a list of their concerns. Now, resist the urge to answer each one of these at this point. You're going to want to, but don't. Simply make the list. Here is what that may sound like. So, Mr. Seller, based on the information and package, do you feel we are qualified to market your home? The seller responds, absolutely. I'm very impressed with your package and your company, but it will depend on the price. Oh, so you feel we're qualified, assuming we can agree on price. Write price down on the sheet of paper. Is there anything else? Well, the seller responds, we want to discuss your fee. You respond. So, two things that are important to you are price and fee. Write fee down on the paper. Is there anything else? Well, the seller goes, we're talking to 2 other brokers. Oh, okay. You need to get comfortable with the price, the fee, and compare 3 brokers, right? And write down other brokers on the paper. Is there anything else? Seller, no, I think that's it. Well, I want you to notice how when the seller mentioned price as a question, that you don't take the bait like a big mouth bass and start going into the pricing analysis. That would have gotten you out of your process. You will cover price, but just not yet. You want to get all the questions out first. You want to have that objection elephant out and in the open so you can chop it down piece by piece while you maintain control of the process. So your questioning continues. So after we answer your questions about price, fees, and have had the opportunity to interview other brokers, you hold up the sheet of paper and one of the 3 things will happen. First, you may decide to hire me. And second, you may decide not to hire me. And third, if I feel I can't help you achieve your objectives, I have the responsibility to tell you that. It would be not right of me to list your home knowing down deep inside that it's mission impossible. If I feel that way, is it okay if I tell you the truth? I won't list your home unless I feel I can help you. Now, the seller will be a bit surprised by the honesty and transparency and hopefully responds, well, we really appreciate your honesty with us. That's the kind of relationship we want. You know, you respond with, shall we proceed and see where we are? Now, you're ready to move on to step 10, right? This is one of the 3 things that can happen. Dialogue accomplishes 3 things, right? So, number 1, it is a bit of a takeaway. You know, about the third of the time the seller says, wait a minute, we want to work with you, right? And that's okay. That's a good thing. We're done, right? 2, it also shifts the need-power dynamic. The person with the highest need has the lowest power, and the person with the lowest need has the highest power. Most realtors, when they go on a listing appointment, have a goal to get the listing and without realizing, end up psychologically groveling for it. Stop that. This dialogue changes all of that. You would like to work with the sellers if possible, but you do not need the listing. Don't have commission breath. If it is truly mission impossible, you have to set up a graceful exit strategy. Have you ever had a good friend or a client refer you to somebody who was totally unrealistic, but you took the listing anyway simply because it was a referral and you figured you better take it out and out of respect to your friend or client? Then you discover you're trapped in an impossible situation. This dialogue provides a graceful exit for you, the seller, and the friend or client who referred them. So, what if the seller says yes instead of yes but to the question of would you like for me to handle it for you? And the seller says yes. You would ask, well, what questions do you have? If they have questions, you will handle the questions as we just went through it. And if they don't have any questions, you say, okay, let's look at the market and what we need to do to get you to wherever you may be going to on time. But before we do that, I want you to know that if I feel I can't help you achieve your objectives, I have the responsibility to tell you that. It would not be right for me to list your home, knowing down deep inside me that it is mission impossible? If I feel that way, is it okay if I tell you the truth? I won't list your home unless I feel I can actually help you. Well, that's all the time we have for now. So next week we will be going over step 10, my mission and your odds of the 16-step seller process. Remember, you have to do the work to be successful. So be successful today by doing the work. Talk to you soon.